Okay, this will be part 3. This will be removing the lower control arm bushings. See, that's wobbly loose. The bushing is actually broke. It's no bueno. It should not wobbly loose like that. This side, tight. That side, not so tight. Alright, so you'll have to pick the right adapter that'll fit over the inside of the control arm bushing there. And then on the outside end, you're just going to use the tool like it is. And this is just pushing the metal sleeve part out of the inside, and on the outside part, that washer is going to pop off. It's pressed on to the metal sleeve. Go ahead and crank on it, and it will deflect a little, but you can bend that washer flat later. No big deal. And then, I was deciding whether I could push the bushing out all in one step or not. You can't. Just go ahead and take your tool off after that washer pops. You can see already the bushing on the inside is pushing out. I marked the washers just so you've got a pair of the metal sleeve and the washer pair, so you know which ones go to which when you put it back together. Since this bushing was completely broke, it came out really easy. It's no big deal. You can see we'll do a little bit different technique on the other side. Alright, so there's the broken bushing. Now to get the rubber that's left in the control arm out. Break out your torch and get it hot. When it's hot, man, heat is your friend. You can just see the rubber there is collapsing in on itself, and I'm prying it out with a screwdriver. There are a couple of holes in the control arm in some different places there where it allows you to get the flame from the torch on that bushing, whatever cup. Alright, so let's do the other side. This side is not broke, remember. So I gotta do the whole crank, get that washer to pop off, and then fiddly part with the vise, because my control arm came loose. Let's go ahead and fix that. Hurt ourselves in the process. And then go ahead and finish cranking on this. And you can see it does take a little bit of force there to get that washer to pop off. There we go. That pops right off. Alright. So then you can loosen up your ball joint press and take that washer off. And mark the washer and the metal sleeve pair so that you know which one goes to which. And then heat the inside here. This is the metal sleeve that's pushed into the rubber bushing. Go ahead and heat and heat and heat and heat and heat and heat and heat. Once it's hot enough, it'll push out like nobody's business. Or maybe like somebody's business. I don't know. It comes out pretty easy once it's hot enough. Don't have to get crazy with saws or anything like that. Just be patient with the torch, and once it's hot, it'll push right out. You could probably almost push this out by hand. You can see I'm just using the tool and just twisting it in here in the last bit. I'm like, man, this is going really easy, and I just push it, the whole tool. Comes right out. There it is. That part is very hot, so make sure you don't drop it on your floor or your carpet. Do this outside, ventilation, smoke, stinky, all that 9-yard stuff. There it is.
Very, very hot.
Alright, now we gotta get that rubber out of the control arm. Same as the other side. Use copious amounts of torch. Use your screwdriver and just pry the rubber away from the control arm. Once it's hot enough, it'll just release. Feel like feel like you're peeling tape away from the wall or something like that. It even has a little bit of that sound to it. Just get it all out. Believe me, it's a lot easier to spend some time here than it is later on trying to get the rubber out once it's cooled down. I'm going to use the knife and just scrape it clean as per before. And then I got super crazy here and I used some sandpaper on the face of that. And then I used a wire bristle brush from the hardware store on my drill that was small enough to get inside of the control arm there, and really cleaned it up. My reason for doing this was I was afraid that pushing in the new bushings would be very difficult by having a clean surface, but that would slide in easier. Not sure if it's needed, but whatever, that's how I roll. Nice and sparkly clean. Ooh ah. And now we're ready for phase 4, which will be installing the new bushings. Stay tuned.